And now let me introduce you to the guests who are joining us in this bulletin. Captain Meenu Ruchi Wadia, founder, president of Federation of Indian Pilots and former Air India pilot. Also joining us is retired Air Commodore B.S. Sivach. He's the DG Aviation Safety in India. Thank you very much for joining in. I will begin with you, Captain Wadia. What, in your experience, are the words that you heard, the last words that the ATC received, the message? How do you decode it in your experience?
Well, after seeing the visuals that have been put on TV, it seems the aircraft has taken off normally. And if the contention of anyone was that the aircraft was heavy and didn't generate enough thrust, I would discount that theory as of now for the simple reason that if the pilot felt that the speed was not enough to get lift, he would have first of all retracted the undercarriage straight away. Secondly, he would not have done a normal climb up to 600 feet. He would have probably leveled out, kept the nose down, and got speed. So therefore, jumping to conclusion that this must have happened or that must have happened is too premature. Let us not jump to any conclusions and come to a decision as to what could have happened. If you ask what could have happened, yes, almost anything that you can imagine could have happened. Maybe there was sabotage. Maybe there were both engines failed. Maybe there was multiple bird hits. So that maybe will carry on till we keep on speculating. So unless we have some more facts and details, but as far as the question that you've asked, what do you make out of the transmission from the cockpit? First of all, I'm sure the pilot did not transmit immediately as if the problem happened. There must have been a problem. At what stage that problem happened, we do not know. It could have happened almost immediately on rotation. It could have been a few seconds later. But if you see the time frame of this entire episode, right, it's rotated and taken about 11 seconds to reach the altitude of about 600 feet. Thereafter, it's come down for about 15 seconds. So the total period that the aircraft was airborne was approximately 25 seconds. Right. So obviously, when something has happened, the pilot is first tried to control the aircraft, try and see what the emergency was, dealt with the emergency, and in that brief time also was able to transmit that there's a problem to inform the ATC that there was something happening and that he couldn't maintain the height and maintain thrust. So that transmission has to be taken with understanding at what stage the emergency happened.
Right, absolutely. The pilot managed to relay a message even in that chaos. That's true, sir. And we should wait for the inquiry. Absolutely. Air Commodore, I would like to ask you, what do you think? Because obviously taking the investigation forward, waiting for the black box details or the recorder details to come forward, that will take time. Firstly, how much time does an investigation of the black box takes? And also, what is your thought about that entire message that you heard?
See, it is now very clear that pilot experienced loss of thrust, lift, and obviously lost control on the aircraft. The pilot maintained his calm. He did not panic, even in the face of the certain, destruction. He communicated the message to the air traffic control and tried his best possible to control the aircraft under this very challenging circumstances. So that is very unfortunate. Now the recovery of the black box is a very, very encouraging sign for the information of the investigating agencies. The black box record a large number of parameters. Host of information will be available through the black box, and it will give a fair indication as to what could have gone wrong. Now, this black box records large number of parameters maybe more than 100, 150. It gives you the complete details about the health of the engines and various other parameters of the aircraft, speed, height, rate of climb or rate of descent. Every information is available regarding the condition of the aircraft and its engines. All the parameters will be available to the investigative agencies, and they'll be able to arrive at some. It will be a great help. The conclusion, there will be so many other factors which will be considered by the investigation agencies, but it is a great help. Now,
Absolutely.
this black box is a very, very, important equipment. Particularly, it's a proactive means to prevent accidents, so that because when you download the black box, you know how the aircraft was handled, if there have been any accidents in the parameters of the aircraft. So you get to know about. And in case of any accident where there are no other witnesses or no other inputs are available from the pilots, then it is a treasure house of lot of information, which will give you the complete picture what actually went wrong.
Right.
And it records all the parameters during takeoff, during climb, during cruise flight, during descent, approach, and landing.
Right.
So it's a great instrument.
Absolutely.